Okay, so what if I told you there's a legal tool, really just a series of numbers, that gives you, an ordinary citizen, the power to hold the government accountable? It's one of the most important weapons we have in the fight for our rights, and we're about to break it all down.
Yeah, you've heard that one before, right? We've all seen it in videos, and maybe you've even had it directed right at you. It's that classic moment of confrontation, where a government official tries to shut you down. So, what happens next? I mean, really, when an official crosses that line and violates your constitutional rights, what can you actually do? Is there anything you can do?
How do we, the people, actually fight back against that kind of power? Well, it turns out there's a very specific and a very powerful answer.
You fight back with this. Take a good look at these numbers. Title 42, Section 1983 of the United States Code. This isn't just some random string of digits. No, this is the key. Think of it this way. This is the tool that lets you enforce the promises made in the Constitution. It's not just another law on the books. It's a weapon for justice. It's what we call the people's sword.
So what does it actually do?
Well, at its core, Section 1983 is a federal law that gives you a direct path to sue government officials in federal court when they step out of line and violate your rights.
And you better believe, because this law puts the power right back in your hands because it makes officials answer for their actions in a court of law, well, let's just say this is the one law they really hope you never learn about.
All right, so you're probably thinking this sounds complicated, right? But what's so amazing about this law is how simple it is at its core. It's not some crazy legal puzzle. To effectively wield this sword, you only need to establish two key things. Let's break them down. Yep, it all boils down to just these two steps. First, you have to show the official was acting under color of law. And second, that they deprived you of a specific protected right. That's it.
Okay, let's tackle that first part. Under color of law. It sounds fancy, but all it really means is that the person was doing their government job. You know, a police officer on duty, a city manager in their office. If they're acting in their official role, that box is checked. And here's the second part, the real kicker. That official, while doing their job, had to take away one of your rights that's guaranteed by the Constitution. This is where the law gets its real teeth.
Okay, so we've got the two parts. But how does this translate to the real world? How does this actually lead to accountability? Because this isn't just a bunch of legal theory. This is about real, tangible rights that affect your daily life.
Hey, Lady Justice, Liberty Press. Season 7. The Revenge of the Records. Who's in?
Life. We're talking about the big ones, the fundamental protections. Your First Amendment right to film public officials in public. Your Fourth Amendment right that says they can't just illegally snatch your phone or your camera. And your 14th Amendment right to due process. Let's put it all together with a classic example. Imagine you're in a public sidewalk, filming a police station. An officer on duty, that's your under color of law, comes out, illegally arrests you, and deletes your footage. Boom. They just deprived you of your First and Fourth Amendment rights. That is a Section 1983 lawsuit right there. And hey, this isn't some made-up story. Just look at the real-life case of Smith versus the City of Cumming. The lawsuit demanding accountability, it was filed using this exact law. But I gotta be real with you, winning these cases isn't automatic. There are legal hurdles and defenses officials can use, making the fight for accountability a really tough one. So next time you hear people talk about holding government accountable or fighting for transparency, chances are this is the legal firepower they're using. It's the engine that turns a violation on the street into an actual case in a courtroom. And that's exactly why understanding this is so critical. Because education is knowledge, and knowledge is power. Simply knowing that this law exists is power. It's the knowledge that a badge is not a permission slip to ignore the Constitution. So what's the most important part of all this? It's what you do with this information. This knowledge isn't meant to just sit in your head. It's meant to be used and shared. Let's say it one more time so it really sticks. Burn this into your memory. 42 USC 1983. This is your tool. So here it is, your mission. Learn this number. And just as importantly, share this knowledge. The more people who understand their rights, the harder it becomes for anyone to violate them. You know why? Because there is incredible strength in a community of informed citizens. When we are united in our understanding of the law and our rights, we are all so much stronger. At the end of the day, we, the people, have the power. You just have to know how to use it. The only question left is, who's it?
Have you heard the word? thepolicerecord.com/invite/LJLP. Get you some discountage over there at thepolicerecord.com. Hope to see you there.
I think one of those was good.
I messed up, sorry.
I think one of them is good. I think we're good. You want to do it again? All right. Okay. I'm not going to say 3. I'm going to say 1, I'm going to say 2, and then we're going to start. Okay. 1, 2.
Keebler AI Music.
Beneath the city lights, you stand so strong, the silent guardian, where the rights belong. Through the crowd you see the truth unfold, your heart beats steady, your hands are bold. In the silence, in the pain, you watch over us through the rain. Every moment you stand tall, Lady Justice, you hear the call. With every move you fight for the free, justice shines in your eyes, can't you see? With every word, every glance that you make, remind us all there's a difference to take. Lady Justice, you carry the weight.